Okay, hopefully I'm going first. Okay, I'm going first. Nice. Lloyd. Easy, right? Yo, why am I so dark? Alright, Shadow Eagle, make sure you place 4 magicians. What's the difference between Lloyd and Seir? Alright, I will explain shortly after, but let me see. So if this works, we know that Lloyd is gonna be so OP. This is a Lloyd plus 6 right here. I just unlocked the taunt. Look at this. This is Alec with COR buff and the magician's buff. 40,000, you guys saw that. 40,000. Lloyd is better than Seir, if you ask me. Alright, so I'm going to explain to you guys why Lloyd would be better in some situations. In most situations, right? Lloyd would be better is because Lloyd has a taunt right here that cannot be removed. Alright, that cannot be removed. This taunt cannot be removed with removal skill type. Alright, and cannot be pillage. It's pretty OP. So Asmode cannot take this taunt away from him. He cannot be nullified by Yuri. He cannot be nullified by Seir. Sorry, not Seir. Vals. The thing with Seir is strong. She's strong in her own rights, right? How many of you guys encounter Vals in Arena? Type XD if you have seen Vals before in Arena. Vals is more common than Alec, let's be honest. Just now I fought against an Alec. I fought against an Alec just now. If that was a Vals, my taunt would have been removed. If that was a Seir, right? And then after that, what? At least with Lloyd, I get security for 2 turns to get that taunt. If you guys don't believe me, go to Arena, we can check. Oh, don't worry, if you never met Vals before, it's okay. Because apparently Vals has 85% usage rate. Vals is the highest usage rate of all the warriors. If you never met Vals, probably you are in Bronze League. There's nothing wrong with that. But here's the thing. Vals is everywhere. And the thing is, Vals counter Seir very hard because of this skill. But Lloyd sort of... It gives you the security. It doesn't matter if he die afterwards, but at least the taunt is still there. He can die afterwards. If Vals goes first and Alec goes after, right? Vals goes first and Alec goes after, then Lloyd is good to take that hit. And yeah, I think Lloyd is really good. And he's like almost free, right? So I do think that he's really, really strong. Hey, what is up guys? Guitar Rock here, welcome back to another Brave 9 video. Now, if you guys were not there with me on my live stream yesterday, so here's a quick recap on my honest opinions on Lloyd. Now, I've been using him for a couple of hours. Obviously, the maintenance, the update hasn't been there for that long. But so far, he has been surprising me. In a lot of situations, he has been really solid, really strong. And in my opinion, this is just what I think so far. I do think that Lloyd competes strongly against all the other strongest taunters in the game right now, which is Seir and Gran. Which is why yesterday during my live stream, I did put like a full disclaimer on screen on the big words on the left saying that, hey, if you are new, you might not want to build a Grand Hill there right now. You might want to stop right there and you might want to rethink of the situation that you have put yourself into, because Lloyd apparently might be the next big thing for like taunters in terms of defenders. So let's talk about Lloyd and why do I think that he's so good. Alright, if you look at Lloyd's skills, what makes him stand out from the others is a couple of things. Number one, he has the ability to boost all stats. Now this will ensure that Lloyd doesn't die to any normal reflective counter. I'm not sure about the fixed counter. I'm pretty sure he might still be weak against Seto, but of course we'll have to test it out in the future. And taunt. Now what makes Lloyd really good or really strong is the efficiency of his taunt. Now the big thing about taunt, for example like Bane or Kaelin, like those units can taunt, right? Even Seir can taunt, but they all have something in common, which is they get countered either by Mammonair or they can get their taunt nullified. Now Lloyd fixes that problem for most other defenders, alright? Which is very good. Having a taunt that cannot be removed or pillaged is insane. So that's just an insane value. It gives you the security that you'll be able to take hits for 2 times because of Lloyd's ability right here, which in turn is similar to a Galenia's buff. Basically, he will not die, he will just have his HP reduced to 1, which is crazy. Alright, this is pretty insane if you ask me. Now here's the thing though, Lloyd does have a couple of weaknesses. Number one, he is not immune to debuff, so that means he might be susceptible to things like Charm or DOT or any stats weakening form of things. So that could be bad. He does have this stats boost, but at the end of the day, if he were to hit, let's say, a Livia or Celia, someone that has insane amount of curse, his value is going to diminish right there. So that's something that you have to be very careful when you're using him. Is the reflective counter right here. This is truly insane. Not only does he have a reflective counter with normal additional damage, he also has charm, which is quite valuable if you ask me against a lot of Venaka comps, because things like Gunter, Adin, Vals, a lot of warriors can be charmed, and having that built into his kit, in my opinion, is a very solid choice. Now, is Void going to be like insanely OP, meta changing etc? Now, I would say for most players, not really, because a lot of players already have Gran, and if you're a veteran player, you already have Gran, you probably do not need this guy. But that's the thing, right? This is more for new players. If you are new to the game, do you build a Gran at this point? Because I feel like whatever that Gran can do with Galenia, Lloyd can do that as well. And so that saves you a spot. You don't have to use Galenia to buff Gran, and you can have an insanely OP like taunter in your team, which gives insane value. And again, just to remind you guys, the reason why Gran's taunt is so good is because you cannot nullify her taunt, which is insane. And Lloyd seems to have that as well, so I think having to share that similarity with Gran might put Gran at a disadvantage right now. Now, if you guys are still, thinking or deciding if you want to build Gran, I would say just hold on. You might want to consider Lloyd as an alternative option, but that's up to you guys. Based on my testing so far, he seems really solid. I don't see any flaw in him. So let's jump into more clips from yesterday so you guys can see the interaction between Lloyd and Mamone, and of course how Galenia buffs work with Lloyd etc. Okay, so Mamone will have taunt from the Albion, right? So my Lloyd will be hitting the... because Falcon is there. Oh wait. So yeah, Lloyd still have taunt. You guys saw. Lloyd still have taunt regardless. Even though I hit Mamone afterwards, I still get the taunt. So it's confirmed because his taunt is before normal attack. So Mamone doesn't counter Lloyd specifically. Who counters though? I guess Helga counters in a way if Helga's buff prohibition activates before. So let's try and find a Celia plus 12. So we're gonna test two things right here. Number one, my Lloyd will be hitting Mamone and I will still have taunt. Number two, can Celia plus 15 nullify, Lloyd's taunt, which I don't think it will. So he just charm me, I think. So Mamone can't kill me. So multi-hit doesn't work. So you guys saw. So Gangner kill nobody because I don't have a warrior. Celia is still alive. Okay, now I have taunt. So Lloyd hitting Mamone. You can still get taunt. So Lloyd die once. Let's see if Celia can remove my taunt, right? Can Celia remove my taunt? Celia, remove it. No, I still have taunt. Wow! And if you guys think that's not broken, I don't know what is. For a defender, that's pretty broken. So I think he's already better than Gran. He's already better than... Celia counters Gran, alright? Celia counters Gran. Who counters Lloyd? No one. Who the freak counters Lloyd right now? You have to kill him twice. You have no choice. You have to kill him twice. You are forced to kill him twice. Alright, we're gonna test. We're gonna test if... Man, this would be so OP. If the Galenia to Lloyd actually works. I'm not sure which one will take effect first. Will it take Galenia's buff first, or will it take his own one first? Which one will activate first, right? Yo, if this Galenia to Lloyd actually work and gives him 2 life, I'm done with Guild Wars, man. I'm done with Guild Wars. You know how cancer that would be? 2 lives. 2 Lloyd with 2 lives. As if Gran with 2 lives is not enough. Now you have Lloyd to deal with 2 lives. Please tell me this will not... It actually works! WTF, it actually... Alec! Boom! First one. Then now what? One HP, come on Adin, you can do it. Oh wait, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. Huh. Alright. I think it both activates at the same time. Yeah, it doesn't work. It both activates at the same time. I thought it would activate Lloyd's one first, and then maybe like Galenia's one later. So it doesn't. I'm glad it doesn't work. I'm glad it doesn't work. That would be too cancer though. Like imagine you guys would be suffering so much. You already have to deal with these stupid Gangne level 7 cards destroying your warriors, and now you have to deal with Lloyd with 2 lives. You have to hit 3. So yeah, that answers a lot of questions. Number 1, we don't have to worry about Lloyd having 2 lives. But the important part is, why do we need to know that? Is because the interaction of Gran versus Lloyd, right? Here's the thing. You might think that, okay, so in that case, maybe Gran and Lloyd is even. It's not really even though, because if you think about it, Gran is only as strong as Lloyd if you use Galenia. But that's the thing, if you use Galenia in Guild Wars, you're taking away one spot that could potentially be someone else. It could be your own Lloyd, it could be your own Alec or Vals, right? So you have to think about it. So I think in most cases, using Lloyd is going to be better because you don't need Galenia. Galenia and Gran is still going to be strong, and if you don't want to build Lloyd, that's fine, you can still use that combo. But overall, if you think about it, now you can eliminate Galenia, just throw Galenia out and just literally just use Lloyd on himself. Like by himself, he will do whatever Galenia and Gran can do. And the thing with Galenia and Gran, in round 2, you still get countered by Celia anyways, right? So I would say Lloyd is still better that way.